Okay, so people don't know I'm also board certified in nephrology. So in the old days, I trained as a micropuncturist. I used to sit with a microscope. I would draw my little pipettes out the night before, and I would put the little micropipette in the tubules, and I collect tubular fluid. And what I was interested in, and this is when I was a renal fellow at the University of Pennsylvania, I was interested in glucose and phosphate transport. And I published a series of, I'd say, they're pretty elegant papers in the JCI, looking at how glucose and what regulated glucose in phosphate transport. And I knew that there was a molecule called Florizin that blocked glucose transport in the kidney. And so I took this molecule called Florizin, and it blocks the glucose transporters. There are two transporters in the kidney, SGLT-II and SGLT-I. SGLT-II takes back 90% of the glucose. If it does its job, SGLT-I takes back the other 10%. And then in you or I, even though we filter 180 grams of glucose per day, no glucose appears in the urine. But what I showed is that Florizin, it blocked both SGLT-II and SGLT-I. It blocked glucose transport, and it also blocked phosphate transport. And I showed that glucose and phosphate transport were co-coupled. But when I was doing these studies, even though I was a nephrology fellow, I had previously done my endocrine fellowship at the NIH and Baltimore City hospitals. So I had an interest in diabetes, and I said, this would be a great way to treat diabetes. So in the old days, we did things for science, and I published a series of 4 papers in the JCI, and I never even thought of, to be honest with you, of patenting this, okay?